Angry Laker Fan Nation, live and direct on the set, here to talk about the big game. Bad passes and the ball going through the net. No regrets for wins or losses. Let's get to it. Let's talk about the bosses. All right, so Game 4, Western Conference semifinals against the Los Angeles Lakers and Golden State Warriors. What a hell of a game. Both sides truly put it all on the line. It was a high-stakes game. Could have been tied 2-2. But Los Angeles Lakers ended up prevailing 104-101. And, I mean, the Warriors roster now is just not put together to come back from this kind of deficit. I mean, we need to just be clear about this and not try to gas up or make some scenario that's not going to happen in reality. Okay, this is not the 2016 Warriors. Okay, yes, they did come back, but that was one time, and that is a time that's not going to happen again. Not with the way this roster is assembled. They do not have the same personnel. Certain players have been through physical hardships in their bodies, face injuries that have, impacted their games. I'm not saying that people are off their game or they're not still playing at a high level, but through time, through wear and tear, through aging, as well as spending a lot of time on the injured reserve list, sometimes multiple years, it kind of catches up with you. When you're going 3 for 11, from the field, it's kind of an indication of that. It's not of anything else. I mean, we could say it's fatigue, we could say it's a lot of things, but I'm not going to sit here and make any excuses for it. But the obvious information that we have in front of our face is time. And through time, this Golden State Warriors team has gotten older. They've lost some pieces on their roster. Yes, they have added youth. Jordan Poole is a part of that youth. But it just seems as if there's just been some inconsistencies with the new roster and the vision that the Golden State Warriors have had for themselves moving forward. And I say that to say this. Stephen Curry is still the greatest shooter that the game has ever seen. But, I mean, he only made three-point shots on 13 attempts. That's not going to get the job done, as we all know. But he did have a triple-double. He put up 31 points and 14 assists and 10 rebounds. But Klay Thompson not putting up good, valuable shots and putting up only 33% from the field isn't going to help the Golden State Warriors' chances whatsoever. This Game 5 here in San Francisco is going to go any different than Game 4. Even though Game 4 was a nail-biter, the Golden State Warriors shot better from the field. They were only out-rebounded by a small margin. Now, the free throw disparity was, that's something that the Los Angeles Lakers continue to build upon in this series, as well as they have through the postseason, with getting downhill, being aggressive, and getting to the line and making their free throws. I mean, they went 20 for 20. That might have been one of the best free throw performances that the Los Angeles Lakers have had this season, or better yet, even in the postseason. Very efficient. They don't knock down some of those free throws, we could either be in overtime or Golden State could walk away with the victory. Anthony Davis, he finally had a game where he went back-to-back games contributing, and I would say it was a great night for him. Going 10 for 16 from the field. He had a couple turnovers. But all in all, 23 points and 15 rebounds. That's what they need from Anthony Davis. They need him to use his length, to use his offensive ability to draw two defenders and to set pin down screens and to set screens, inside and outside of the key and around the floor, and to use, the threat of what he can do to be able to give spacing not only just for himself but his other teammates. The bench for the Los Angeles Lakers was crucial. They put up 27 points to the Golden State Warriors 21 points. And that is something that the Los Angeles Lakers coaching staff should be happy with themselves. When you have scouting assistants going out and reviewing tape and then coming out to practice and emulating what other players are doing from the opposing team, Golden State Warriors, when the Lakers scouting staff is emulating what they're going to see, what the Lakers players such as Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, etc., what these guys are going to see on the floor defensively and offensively, it just goes to show you the game plan and the preparation that this coaching staff has put forth in this series. They've done a great job coaching, all the way from the guys in the video room all the way up to Darvin Ham. They have done a phenomenal job. I'm very impressed with the physical defense that these guys have played through in and throughout this game. I mean, there were some times where they had letdowns, but they just kept fighting. They kept pushing the pace with these guys and being physical and not giving up. And multiple guys contributed to this victory. You know, Dennis Schroeder did a good job coming in off the bench, hitting good shots, playing good defense, you know, and just being a spark and making things tough for Steph Curry. You know, with Steph Curry having the night that he had, it was a contribution to Jared Vanderbilt as well as everyone else. Jared played a couple minutes, but even just the minutes that he's played, it's just putting multiple bodies and giving Steph different looks is something I think that's kind of been a disruption for Golden State, where they've been uncomfortable and not able to get into their sets. The Lakers have done a great job coming with full court pressure, playing passing lanes very hard, not overplaying. The one thing that the Lakers do need to do is fight through screens. Golden State getting set up into their pick and roll early with Steph or even Clay. I know obviously Clay doesn't like bringing the ball up, but with Steph or even Jordan Poole, which we're going to get into Jordan Poole here in a second, but that pick and roll action can be very dangerous, you know, especially with guys that can create those shots, you know, and it's going to be something that they're going to have to do with both units. And Jordan Poole in that second unit is going to have to come in, and he's going to have to ignite these guys. I don't know if there's, even a plan to even bring it in for even 10 minutes or even to give Steve Kerr a cup of water or even a damn towel when he's pissed off. I don't know what the plan is with Jordan Poole, but they're going to have to figure out something in that second unit offensively because Steph and Clay are tired. You know, they're both busting their tail. They're playing a lot of minutes. They're giving it everything they've got. I know obviously the numbers have been kind of up and down. You know, Steph's not having the series that he had against the Kings, but this is not the same kind of team as the Kings. The Lakers have a very strong, stingy half-court defense. They're very long, they're lengthy, they challenge shots, and they do a good job not fouling. And especially in this series, I really am impressed with how the Lakers have been able to keep Golden State from the free throw line. Now, Golden State, some of that, they play a part into that too with not attacking the rim and just, I feel, having a fear of Anthony Davis. You know, yes, there have been some times they've attacked the rack and they put themselves in position to make plays. But when you look at the flow in the game of how things go for Golden State, it seems very forced. It doesn't seem like they're really running any set plays. Los Angeles, I mean, you can see it. You know, you see the flex action screens, you see the pin downs, you see guys making cuts, you see flares and guys trying to work off screens, and not only are they working off screens, but they're just making basketball plays that are putting, you know, not only themselves in position but others in position. So that way, late in the game, others are ready to go. They're comfortable. You know, Lonnie Walker, for example, was one of I feel, the player of the game. I know you're going to look at the stat line of LeBron James having 27 points and 6 assists on 10 of 25 shooting with 9 rebounds, 27 points, 6 assists, 9 rebounds. But that's a nice stat. That's a nice stat line. But Lonnie Walker was able to go 6 of 9 with 15 points. And those 15 points came in a stretch where the Los Angeles Lakers really needed someone to be a closer for them. You know, you could see the exhaustion as well as you could see the flow of the offense kind of stalling out. Lonnie Walker was the answer. You know, every time Golden State would hit a shot, he would respond with a shot of his own. You know, he was attacking, he was aggressive. He did a good job with putting himself in a position to make high percentage shots. You know, not ill-advised shots that were in rhythm. And for him to be able to have that efficiency down the stretch, Lonnie Walker's 15 points was only 2 points shy of what Golden State was able to put up in the fourth quarter together as a combined as a team. You know, the Warriors are going to have to get better. You know, that's just going to be something they're going to have to look forward to, is just getting better and defensively trying to push the pace if they even want to have a chance in this series. But at this point, there isn't any chance in this series. The Los Angeles Lakers know what they need to do. They got to play physical defense, fight over screens on the offensive end, set flex screens to set up the shooters, you know, free up isolation opportunities so that LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and Anthony Davis could put their back to the basket and go to work against these smaller defenders. And let's continue to use the depth. Let's overwhelm these guys with the ability that we have on the bench. The bench has outplayed them in this series. Defensively, we need to communicate and switch through on screens. If you can't get through, do the best that you can to contest a shot without fouling. Show your hands. The turnover battle, we won that battle the last game. We can win it again. Tonight, I just feel that there is just so much at stake. The environment is a Game 7. It's a hostile environment. The Los Angeles Lakers know that they can close out this series and be on the way to the Western Conference Finals. That is the goal. The goal is obviously to get to the NBA Finals and hold up that trophy, but the only way to get there is to close this game out tonight. They're going to treat this like a Game 7. Golden State Warriors, they're in complete survival mode. Last thing you want to do is get beat on your home floor as defending champs in the semifinals of your own conference. You know, this is something that we're going to see how much fight this dynasty still has left. We're going to see what the champ still has left. I feel that the air has been taken out of them. They're falling tonight, and if they don't fall tonight, they're not coming back in this series. They don't have the personnel. They just don't have enough on either end of the floor to push the Lakers to 7 games and then ultimately to being able to win this game or win this series. And they're definitely not winning this game. Tonight I have the Los Angeles Lakers winning this game 121-115. Go Lakers.